Oh, hello world, welcome to a new video. We are here at the Lufthansa Business Class Lounge at the Z gates as I am going to San Francisco. I go from Frankfurt to San Francisco in United Economy class, and with my status I was able to choose a plus seat, a seat with more legroom. But first, before we go on board, jump back to the check-in. That was really easy, really simple, nobody was in line. Also passport control and security was really fast, there was no one in line, and so now I am here, just chilling a little bit, have a tea before we go on board. And if you want to have a look inside this lounge, you can see the link over here. As soon as the video comes out, I will put a link. And yeah, so now it's getting time for boarding. Let's hop on board. It's time for pushback and takeoff, and wait until we are over the clouds. There is a nice, beautiful surprise waiting for you. Just reached our final flight level and the first service is about to start.
I have beef lasagna, chicken stew, or vegetarian stew.
Vegetarian.
So dinner service is over. I really appreciate that United is serving something different than pasta only. There was a beef lasagna, a chicken stew and a lentil stew available, 3 options, that is really great. And there were also 2 starters. There was the salad and some hummus, so 2 starters on the table, on the tray table. That is really, really nice. And as I said again, many airlines only serve pasta as a vegetarian option, and pasta is always overcooked. So I really appreciate that they serve this lentil stew. But since a couple of months, United is serving these French truffles as a dessert, and I really can't understand why they're doing this, because
if you look on the back, more than 80% is fat and sugar. So more than 80% of the ingredients is only fat and sugar. This is crazy. And I always thought French people would do some great food, but this is so much American because it's so unhealthy. They came around and handed out a bottle of water to every passenger. Lashani water is one of the most famous brands in the United States. It is made in the United States, then transported to Germany, only to be loaded on a flight to the United States. Isn't it crazy? Why not serve water that is from Germany or at least from Europe? I got the business class of a small man, a 3-seater row to myself, but still the downside of a 5 p.m. departure is, especially to the West Coast, when you fly 11.5 hours, you will arrive at 4:30 in the morning, at least according to the time zone your body's used to. So yeah, this could be really exhausting, and it is. It not only could be, it is. This is the loose situation of United's Boeing 777. As you can see, I can stretch my arm to the fullest, so it is really spacious. Of course, it is the one for people with disabilities, and it is in the section between both economy departments. Really spacious, but also actually, yeah, clean, tidy. We are 4 hours into the flight, so actually not that bad. Alright, so let's go to the galley and look what they offer for snacks for the economy guests.
Unfortunately, just water, no snacks today. Look at this extensive list of ingredients. If you're wondering what United served on my return flight back home to Frankfurt, here is the dinner, a buttered chicken, and the breakfast, some blueberry stuffed pancakes.
And by the way, these pillows have a really special function. You can divide them here.
Messaging is free on United flights, but you could also buy a 1 hour or a full flight Wi-Fi pass. With the beautiful sunset over the Pacific Ocean, we started our descent into the Bay Area, San Francisco. Here we come. Guys, I am tired. It was a long day, 11.5 hours in United's economy class. So let's summarize. How is it? So first of all, I have to say I am a United flyer.
I had the 1K status for a couple of years. I am gold member right now, but I will be back at the 1K status at the end of this year. And of course it brings a lot of perks. Even the gold status I have this year, it is pretty nice. I have the possibility to choose a plus seat, economy plus seat, with more legroom for no money. Actually it's 100 to 120 euros. Yeah, it depends on the flight, on the schedule. And would I pay it? I don't think so, because sometimes you get premium economy, the real premium economy, for around 300, or also you get it for 20,000 miles almost on every flight I had so far. So with miles the upgrade is much more worth it, and even in premium economy you have better food, you have not only more leg space, you have also a wider seat. So yes, it is pretty nice to have, and I'm glad I can choose these seats for free, but I won't pay 100 to 120 only for the more legroom, because everything else is the same. But that isn't actually not a bad thing, because in economy United offers pretty much at this time for a US carrier. They have 3 main options you could choose from, and they have 2 starters at the main deal, at the main meal they serve right after start. That was a big sandwich they served when the flight was half done. And even prior landing they served this little pizza snack. I'm a pizza lover, I do pizza myself back home with a real pizza oven, so I have really high expectations, but to be honest it is airplane food, so of course the expectations couldn't be that high, or shouldn't be that high, to be fair. So I think, yeah, the food for airplane food they serve is pretty okay, pretty good. Yeah, especially the main course, the lentil stew. I really prefer that they don't serve noodles, because noodles are the vegetarian option everywhere at every airline. So United, well done that you serve something different than noodles as the vegetarian option. And you have 3 main options, and you have 2 starters. Then you have a big snack between, or let's say at halftime, and then another snack for your landing. And you can always get drinks in the back galley. So yeah, food wise absolutely fine. So the seats, typical economy seats, there's not much to say. Yeah, and then of course the entertainment system. Yeah, entertainment system has a wide range of movies, latest movies, blockbusters, all kind of languages, so there is something for everyone, even in Chinese, in Hindi. So yeah, German movies, French movies, Spanish movies, of course, a lot. And so yeah, you will find something for sure. And pretty responsive also, the entertainment system, and the interactive, the moving map, also pretty good. So actually from the perspective of entertainment system, also pretty good. Clean line in an airplane is always difficult. I already saw a lot of dirty airplanes on United, but to be honest on every other airline as well. So it could be a little bit more cleaner in the cabin, but it's actually on the same level than all the other airlines. It's clean lines in airplanes is really, really difficult. And so what else to say? The crew on United Airlines is always friendly. They always have their own character, own attitude, and it's pretty different to Lufthansa, and it's much more different to the Gulf carrier flight attendants, and especially the female ones at, let's say, Emirates. They all look the same. This is totally different to the US carriers, of course, and yeah, they have their own special attitude. Always friendly, always friendly. There is nothing to complain about. It's not super duper service. It's not the really high class. It's not the, let's say, 4 or 5 star airline service they bring to the guests, but they are always friendly, and everything you could wish for. What else to say? Restrooms are always clean, and if you choose the right restroom, you have a lot of space, or even the regular restrooms are also pretty okay from the space compared to the restroom I had in Condor's A330 Neo, which was super tight. That's also okay. And yeah, we started with only 5 or 10 minutes delay, and we landed 30 minutes prior schedule. Also really good. So in the end, there is nothing to complain. I think there's nothing more left to say. Even if you didn't subscribe to the channel, I still say thank you for watching and hope you will be there next week again. And until then, always remember, we all live under the same horizon. So be nice to each other, guys. Goodbye, world.